nia ekoso wo mrase bedwa fie eye mrase bedwa fo no omugina ye omasie ene noma ekokoko so ne nsunsu anso anya ewo yanim a ye pese ye kose de be yo man no ebenya se uti aban a wo se 6.9 billion ya ebenya free momotu yi mu no eno na akoye eduru a ebe ma ya hoden bio kojo
let me say yemfa 11 to check akra. Let's look at Parliament and Kasa. Me obia as because of Mijuma, me yama civil society, you know, I've always had challenges with the way Parliament function. In PMP, you know, me feel say in Rasibejo phone no, omo nyedi or so ye.
Exactly.
Oh yes. I mean, kind of before I see job 600 miles. One of the complaints I know money say, omni baby, to me year research, omni baby, to year, omni offices. You see, offices, my home. And you know, we think, say, they should have the assistance they need now in the office, the staff, to do what is necessary or what is expected of a parliamentarian. In fact, when there's a bill, when there's something on the floor and it's been given to the committees, the committee members know you're supposed to research into the bill, whatever it is. The experience I have had did not. Experience with Energy and Mines Commission. Okay. I'll give you my mainland before I get to that. Okay. Now, they are supposed to have research assistants. Some of us have even offered our service. Say, we will do it for free. There are instances about Parliament, ABI civil society, for we have a problem with it. We've written to the House, to both minority side and majority side, and circulated. Okay? Nothing. They don't even take into consideration. Then it goes to the committee. At the committee level, no. Yes, if NDC is a minority, the MPP, who is the majority, is the one who sits as the chairman. They whip it through. Okay? A typical example, which for the first time I went to a committee hearing in Parliament, was PDS. Okay. PDS, actually, because we petitioned both minority and majority. So, look, make call Parliament got there hearing him 3 or 4 agreements. They dealt with it in less than 1 hour. Okay? So I think when it comes to parliamentary practices, my brother will agree with me. It's lacking.
My person connected with.
I'm getting there. I'm building the concept. I'll get there. Okay. Now, if you're looking at, let's fast forward, MPs not coming to the floor, there not being a quorum. You can go sit and not participate. But you not showing up, you are paid monthly to show up. That's your work. When MPs are disenfranchised, the first thing they say is that, oh, you are disenfranchising my constituency because you're practicing people's representative. Okay? It is an assembly parliamentar. The first thing by the practice is to go to your constituency and do a surgery. Do a broader consultation in your constituency because, yes, MPP party and not NDC party. But whilst you are elected, you represent the whole people, not only those that voted for you. So when my brother says that NDC is the party they don't, so NDC party office can come and tell, I don't think it's right and I don't think it's true because he finds it very offensive. The MPs find it offensive when you tell them that they are being controlled by a party office, which is wrong. Party office cannot control MPs. MPs don't represent the party. They represent their constituency.
But they're on the ticket of a political party.
That was the platform they were elected on. That was the platform they were elected on. You see, every party has a manifesto. When you come into power, you campaign on your manifesto and you do as per your manifesto says. But when it comes to your work in Parliament, you represent your constituency, the entire constituency, not only the people who voted for you. And Timinia, Mr. Labitiwe, he represents the entire constituency, both MPP and NDC. So he has to go back, and everybody has to go back to their constituency and listen. What are his constituents telling him? Because he's the one that the constituents now say represent here.
It was 11 cents.
I will get there. I'll get there. Let me lay that.
Sure.
So let's fast forward to 11. For me, I see a fundamental problem with 11. Okay? Because there was Oman yet consultation here. The Ministry of Finance sat in Kukuwa backdoor and formulated e-levy. Normally, but two there. Yet tax experts. Ubia Kase, look. One of the things that the Ministry of Finance seek to do is to broaden the tax net, to bring in the informal. The tax experts have said, it doesn't do that. In fact, it multiple tax those who are already collecting salary and put it on the electronic wallet. Some have even said it's tantamount to a confiscation tax because Ubi savings, multiple use, no OTB. I agree with those positions. But let me now ask a question. In America, which is a very oldest democracy, when there is a bill, the minority does their bill, the majority does their bill, then there's a reconciliation bill. Where is the NDC bill? NDC for the last 2-3 months are e-levy by, let's not call it e-levy. Government want to raise revenue because we all agree government is broke. As per the document that was laid in front of them, I said, that could say, dear me, I am one parliamentarians, because almost any entry money said, open the budget abroad. Possibly total revenue, meji, 100 billion. My expenditure, 150 billion. Meanwhile, the previous year, we purchased 60 billion. How is it possible to overcharge 100 billion? It's not possible. Obianka Hoshi. They make out as here. Yeah, come e-levy home. That's not the conversation. And you know, see, come home. He is lying to Ghanaians. What is 60 billion is the most you've ever collected. How do you convince us about this 100 billion? O budget, o budget 70 billion. And now, only 60. So you couldn't meet your target. Then the following year, instead of looking at it, there be 70 by 100. That's the fundamental problem. Parliamentarians ain't simple. Let's move forward. Then we now know, we are broke because we do not have enough to service our debt, pay salaries, and do development. Because, like I've always been saying, 30 billion, maybe around 32 billion, goes towards salary to workers, government workers. 24 billion goes for interest on loans. That makes it 54 billion. We're only left with 6 billion, which is a fact on the paper. So my question is, we all need for the last 3 months, where is the NDC paper? Where is their solution? Forget stringent measures, cut corruption. Let's forget that conversation. I would have expected that by now, the NDC in Parliament, the minority in Parliament, would have brought a proposal to the table which seeks to increase revenue for government. Then let's debate on that and debate on the NDC. So we have two documents, the MPP document and the NDC document.
But issues
then we reconcile.
Issues that Minority Leader Haruna Idris raise here, Wabrana, E11 common. Issues that Minority Leader Negun Krata raise say, I buy entity, your friends say, the expenditure, so I buy and I walk. My make us a mature look. No, that is not. You see, reduce expenditure to do what? Look, you say, I buy him. If you want government to reduce expenditure, and you say, and I make can say, let's not look at reduction of expenditure. Ghana, they will say, your neighbors, Kokoto, Ivory Coast, everybody is developing at a faster rate. Almost at Ghana. We need development. I buy say or percent or day 150. Me, I disagree. Cut your quota according to your size. Your revenue is 60 billion. Say now to me a year. You know NDC for no minority for. Omo country yourself. I buy the policy we have a parliament. You disagree. We some of us also who are part of MPP disagree with some of the bill of e-levy. Okay, so what is the document that we are discussing? Forget stringent measures. Cut this. But I want also that buy so didn't any actually. Say you cut your expenditure. No, but because there is no because my point is that yes, but he is in government. The minority, no, the minority is also not offering anything. What are they offering? My question is, what is the document to increase revenue? Forget cutting expenditure. There are two sides of the coin. Increase revenue and there's revenue and expenditure. You are suggesting that government should reduce expenditure. We agree.
What is your proposal to increase revenue?
Okay.
That is missing.
Honorable Telawi.
Well,
quick one.
Thank you very much.
Wabra Wakasa, no one way be chat to my mampenny say, me a facing a global challenge. Only the Yaga now.
Well, me that's it. Them say, you need to understand the way a parliamentary running to appreciate, the position of the minority. It is government that introduces business or parliament. Now, when a bill by, we don't sit down. Okay, the ECOSWA, we have first we debate the policy. I mean the memorandum. Yes. We do a lot of research before we come for the proper debate. Then when the bill itself comes, when we are considering the bill itself, we make a lot of inputs, not out of the blue, but with some work, done. Well, informed, what do you call it, contributions. Okay. Parliament. And you may not, have a document,
just a minority
because you don't have that. You don't have that. You wouldn't even get that opportunity. You can only make, propose changes and whatever during the consideration stage, and then you give that indication, when the bill is introduced, where the policy document is debated. Then when it comes to considering the policy, as in a bill, you make your.
But the point is that a buy so will raise this car. If dear what consideration stage, a brand among some of my range the air count now buying it's my formulated policy, a bit my one I raise revenue. A dear in a more catcher buying so 1 year.
You see, the point is that there's one thing I appreciate say Abai, what we are saying is this government has been very wasteful. And one of the things I said Abai we a year to start with is as I say, okati waste. Starting from, the seat of government. Look at the number of presidential staffers. Look at how much we are spending on them. Okay, government, the so-called flagship project, programs. Over, what do you call it? These development authorities, what they have succeeded in doing is Woma creating excessive bureaucracy, and along that line, there's waste because hitherto, Sika Womu G Nanka Eco Development Authority, establish another bureaucracy was going to the district assemblies. Womu Kapi, they capped, what do you call it, the road fund. They capped Get Fund, they capped NHIS, they capped, everything was capped. That development authority. Now, what they did essentially was to starve, the already established bureaucracy. Almost starve them. They are not doing anything now. Now, because you are not giving them the resources to do what they are supposed to be doing, they have become a burden. And it is a case, Abai needy revenue. Which there's no doubt about the fact that we need the revenue.
Now, at the same time,
Sikasei no soon must also be kept. Okay, but Sikasei na ube who say whatever what do you call it? You have no. You suno ewo kwampaso. Now ufa ye uka ye see COVID ufa what do you call it? Your sister countries, Ivory Coast, Togo, Nigeria, and whatever. Now, Ubisa who say, look at the time of COVID by. Look at the speed at which J, Scour, World Bank, the IMF one. Those countries, I didn't know one GB. Oh, look at the number of times I call Eurobond, call Bob, for this Eurobond, it was, who called Ivory Coast call, so Quaco Jibusia. Almost 7.6. Oh no, Ojemu,
7.6 there.
Percent. Ojemu, Wanye. Ghana only my 12%. Emma, your budget so. Yet buy no. you are investing into be productive. Well, you are investing to be productive.
At the end of the day, dancers say you are investing.
You know, let me give you an example. Just after the what do you call it? Finance minister were presenting the budget. Normally, what we do is that you invite or no, you know, the discretion, no use, or invite stakeholders, civil society, you know, tax experts, whatever. It's a finance minister no invite you on buy. Emma Womobe analyze it, the presentation, no, any policies, no, they are banning, look at and opinion, whatever they are doing. And this year, for the first time, during the budget, you know, review, no, all the experts are not invited by any. Everything was pointing to the fact that we were borrowing and consuming. They even cited an example, say, Uko Boroa. A very shiny example is Terminal 3 that we have. That is raking in millions of Ghana cedis now, millions of dollars now, as we speak. A second example is Atuabo Gas. You borrow, and I remember those days now, this was smart borrowing. You borrow, invest, so that you can. The kind of investment now it will pay for itself and create jobs. The who say and say, you go and borrow. Now they are questioning NAPCO. What's the same Kolana Kwakugu? Baby, a lot of them cry, baby, a ministry in the part of go. So in effect, you know who say who creating redundancies in the system because the people don't even have the money, you know, to do their job.
Very well.
You know, these are some of the things I can say. Government must really sit down. Now, because after the bureaucracies, you were well-established bureaucracies. So, we create another one on top. And almost all our statutory funds, you know, has been mortgaged. Debt fund, mortgaged. Road fund, everything. ESLA, you know, some mitigating, you know, what do you call it? A move there, during NDC time. We had challenges with the budget because, you know, we budgeted with a certain, you know, a certain value of oil that we were expecting. Unfortunately, along the line of the, you know, the production reduced, and then the you know what you call the price also came down. So at the time, the government thought that let's introduce this tax to try to give us, you know,
and
it was sunset clause. After that period, no, we'll take off that thing. Not only did they maintain it, but it was increased. Now, as I speak to you,
energy sector.
Yes. 15 years spanning. Now, the Akoyani say, "Ama your debt portfolio no, I kakraka."
Okay.
And it you know, sikabia yebenya your revenue bia yebenya no.
Right.
Yentumi nka say yenkotu ayeka.
Okay.
Ama yentumi manage. Yes, that's right. That is the point.
Okay, but could message be free? Your tear phone, your hair phone be waba. Professor Mawu here was say, Kwame Bisa could you say, eti say abain nani abre pa say or person or boabo sika noa. I didn't na toll and ye sika free.
That's another.
Well, yes, say yen jibio. It is an any abra. Why wouldn't they go back for Sadian or yet to no?
Yes, I agree with him. Look, there was no need to rush to take out the toll. There's no need. Even what some of us expected was that we'll go the Dubai way, not to take out the toll, but bring electronic and innovative way to collect the toll. Okay, because the suggestions on the table was that DVL is sticker. You can embed a chip. Neboho, uko Dubai, physical tools. Okay, but uchemwa a tool. Right, because it's electronic, it sits in the eye, and anytime the car needs more, not a cut. So I agree with him 100%. There was no need to quickly scrap that. that make
but does it show?
But my main can look.
In that
it doesn't show. I agree. It doesn't show. Look, it doesn't show. My brother, look. Like my brother said, in the past years we've been doing borrowing and spend. Okay, which has landed a simple woman. Okay, but me can say Ghana in idea. It was say you to twajene near the boa Ghana. Me, like I said, me a civil society, which we took a baby could in Kumobi. And so my James, I couldn't be Ayana. What I say, and family home. But and I'm saying, me journey a pebby be intino. Me could do in Kumobia and family Juma home and family share home, but me pecuni. That is me. That's how I am. I will agree with you, sir. There was no need, say, you better scrap it too, no, when we did. I thank you, change. I finished soon. Nanki the opinion area systematically, no, near you too, no. It was a rush to scrap it, and it's wrong.
So in principle, I buy no pesca.
No, yes, pesca. But you see, there is a certain attitude. The attitude is that sikan kitwebino, here billions, which is in the way it's true. Government's problem is solved by billions. But like my brother said, no, borrowing and spending is what we've been doing. Okay. But what I am also saying is, more minority no. Also, they have good thinking. And they keep talking about the waste, which I agree with them. When we met, civil society met with the finance minister, we told him that there is Auditor General that talks of 12 billion. Yeah. Okay, let's tackle some of those problems, all those are not necessary. Look. Excessive traveling. Recently, about 300 people were taken to Dubai for Ghana month and all those things. It's not necessary. Okay, we live in Ghana. Let's develop Ghana in Ghana. That's what I believe. But my also appeal to the minority is that, apart from them helping us and saying waste is so, what is their suggestion for increasing of revenue? That is the most important thing, because I didn't think nobody any here. Because let me tell you why it's needed. No. But you are looking to come into government. Mm-hmm. Let's put something in perspective. Let's say you cut waste and you get 1 billion Ghana cedis of cutting waste, which I think is far-fetched. That 12 billion from Auditor General is systematic. Sometimes it's maybe erroneous filing and documentation and all those things. So it doesn't mean say 12 billion but those things need to be fixed. But what I'm saying is that for us to help Ghanaians know where we are going, Yehu said, Bosiambo, MYA. From 2009 till now, 12 years, and here. Everybody has their fair share of the condemnation, both MPP and NDC. We've overborrowed and committed the country to the state we are in today. So everybody should take the blame. Going forward, we need to stop the borrowing. Me, I'm pro-tax. I believe that Ghana mine, Ghana bank, see a contributing to the share of the development. What is the suggestion from the NDC? Are they suggesting that we should just stick to a yearly budget of 6 billion, which is all we have? Is that the 6 billion we need to develop the nation? And that be before. Or be before. The before need him. The 30 billion, which is the wage bill, the IMF and the World Bank have suggested that we should reduce our salaried workers. We should try and create voluntary redundancy. Okay, are they in support of that? That you reduce those upper echelon of almost pre-retirement, more early retirement. Okay, now into me from if we create 10%, let's say there is 30 billion that we pay, you create 10% rumor, that's 3 billion. That can go and add to the 6 billion. Na ye fango adwuma na o se ye no ye ma ye nin koso ni yin yi na says can ba e de atua bosia na fango ni nti ye kobo ye no. But all we have, and I think every politician and you presenters should help us, what we have to spend in this country is 6 billion, nothing more, nothing less. If somebody wants to do anything else and something fancy, they should tell us how they're going to raise the revenue. Yes, I agree with everybody that say that we should cut the waste. And it's very important.
But 6 billion, I mean, I'm sure you're making reference to Momo Tuana or Maneba.
No, I'm not making no. I'm making reference to your possible revenue you can collect, which is 60 billion.
Okay.
30 billion is collected, is committed to paying salaries. 24 billion is interest on loans, which is 54 billion. if this year no, you to me increase revenue collection there, then we get more than 60 billion. But as of last year, we got 60 billion. So that is what we can all work with. So from 54 billion, which is 30 billion for salaried workers, 24 billion for interest on loans, is left with 6 billion. That is what you have.
Okay, quick one. As an honorable teller, one number person will deal with, but went to me the issue of the Mampenyin and other down Kufuado catch Council of State members. 1 year a din year by saying, say, near Ato Ghana no, a idea see what mama would do we are saying fanana. And that's a problem, no, a self-inflicted, and a mama would what the no account.
No build build a resilient economy, right? So external shocks no affect you. That is what we haven't done. We have not built a resilient economy. The economy, no, na the foundation, no, I don't know the foundation. The FAPEM, no, is weak. So external shocks, no, buy, no, I will see more. Say, Anka, look, Yemu be a statica. Say Ghana is broke in 2014. That's when we started saying Ghana is broke. 2014. Because I'm a Kaipa, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Emma speech be, and I was on one of the platforms after that and says, look, we can't achieve the things he's talking about. We should take a different turn because Bosnia no, and Pempen should be baba into Bosnia. 2014, I'm starting here. And at 2015, 2016, you promise, free this. And I'm like, what this country needs is austerity. And we are not hearing the austerity in the message of the MPP. Okay, we didn't hear austerity. And the MPP came austerity. Yes. Nancy Makase. The message he gave at 6 March at Cape Coast, that beautiful message should have been given by him in 2017, 6 March, not in 2022. Because he is calling, it's a call for us to come together, contribute our quota to develop this nation, which is a good call, but it's 5 years late. It should have come in 2017, because at that time now, this problem existed. It's nothing new. But the solution the finance minister thought was to go and do century bond, 50-year bond, this bond. Some of us were worried. We are looking at him and thinking, my brother, 100 years bond. Now, why not be here? After 100 years, no, about 200 years. So the solution we have was the wrong solution for the problem. And it's caught up with all of us. So I raised my hand and said, look, we've done the wrong thing. So yes, what he's saying is we should all come and deal with us. No, we have not built a resilient economy.
No, but me bisa say wakano crab by saying say a mama who do in so far. No,
look, the situation we are in is global. That one on control.
No, but what about self-inflicted?
No, but self.
No, and
I make us say there are two parts of the conversation. Also, what kind of person control? Ubia, social media, it could be Facebook, be a complaining. There's even a funny video where nice girl be in a hall, will be a few girl no say a full price no be a what I say. Global. The Iran-Russia war is causing problems in every country. But it will hit some people harder than others.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Well.
So he is saying the truth, but the extent to which it affected Ghana is what we should interrogate.
Okay. Honorable Taylor.
Yeah, Bidasi. The person we can say, the NDC is not anti-tax. We are a social, a democratic party. And we believe, say, you tax the haves, not who they are support to the have-not. And you share your policies in your program, which were criticized so much before we left power, was the fact that we were introducing taxes. Now, every tax at Ebano, we share in time, you introduce specific taxes. Now, the tax by you see tax we are for 3-4 years, after which you first say problem so we are solving a year for when we're borrowing, I make earlier on say it can be smart borrowing. At the time, our mindset was that we needed to create job. The thinking is that sikana ye kwa jino and says a bedding and the buying. And we should borrow such that the edibebe a bit to me triahuka. And do here baby NDC borrow sikadi ko shishe any nyina no. You see, and that's the reason why at a point in time, no, you can't say teacher training allowance, for instance. Time I had to buy, you know. Now, among from person who training college, they need to entice people, you know, to take up teaching at the basic and whatever level. And then, pressure on the war with any people are, you know, numbers, no, and doors, and it's no intimate, and then. Sa enticement no eni ho and you know instead say ye this is can be school for no more die ne no yemfa improve infrastructure yemfa build more schools say the be ya wo mu wi a wo menya baby e den akwako kira de toaso ye benya baby akwako tua a kira de what do you call it wo menya adwuma unfortunately we decided to abai we buy no onu decided say kusua na aboa no to no obedi kusua no and then we are forced to push nursing training for any teacher training for no national service omo wie kura posting here problem so anything no uhwe the two abai mienu na abai mienu kura gan up to now uhwe MPP especially Akufo-Addo ni time any end this time Ubo say Akufo-Addo buy you know Obe introduce a lot of waste, a lot of you know populist you know programs and whatever just because you want to win power, and there was no other way but to promise the people. It is say Kwanfu from Ben so ni emfa ni embo abo. And the can say and me when I heard Kwanfu from Ben me say aban wo mo call pedu some person mo review programs and I was very happy, but unfortunately you know fitianu ade yet say woman say woman can't so review bibia woman can't so review. Okay, they could your punk mark can say one can say you be review you be review free SHS, but it's also a fact so Omaka say 16 flagship programs. Yeah, but I see the point that even life and one free SHS flagship program. You see, after how many years of implementation of free SHS? 5 years. Is this government saying it is not time? Is it not about time for us to really sit down? No, you see, because of what the way I'm criticizing review, John Mama kind, you know, they have a problem. You see, and instead of review, also bear rescope. What is it? Oh, okay, what is going on now? Look, our education system. We want everybody to go to school. We support, you know, people having access to, you know, secondary education. But you see, what we are even doing, is at the expense of basic education. Because sikani nyina ko say educational system na ye koshoko efru na ye kakraka and na ye nketinketi and a teen na ye ketekete because few people are able to go to you know the universities. When they come out no kra no puno that it is becoming excessively difficult. Womenye adwuma ye oh na uhwe what friend say uhwe de ekoso at even the senior high school level, no, there's a lot of redundancy. Look, headmasters, headmistresses, bearers, domestic bearers have become redundant because this government decided to create another bureaucracy. Look, what was the need of establishing free senior high secretariat? Another bureaucracy. Okay. Another way to waste money. Okay. Well, you know, say, a buy way a with this car, and your politics. But the fact is that they must sit down and do proper introspection. And that is what you are describing as review. Now say structures be media bani here stable siphon sika unnecessarily. You give you savings. Material can say. And it is a omanpenyi can say a global. You see, for global, you know, pressures near it has always been there. But I'm very happy. See, it depends on how resilient your economy is. Well, when this COVID by you see, look, I've always said COVID was a blessing to Nanado's government. Yeah, I am telling you, it was a blessing. How? Look, COVID time 2020. I'm telling you, I'm not for in a way. In terms of finances, okay. In terms of revenue, they raked in more revenue than even 2021. but it was spent frivolously. I mean, it was the way the money was spent now. The way they went about spending the money now. Anything you have 34 billion. 34 billion. Virtually, though it's a loan, like I said, it came free. You didn't have to go on any road, show or whatever, to get that money. You didn't have to. You didn't have to pay any data bank and whatever to get that money. You had it free, without sweat. But what did you use that money for? What did we use that money for?
Okay.
We dole them out in the name of buying, what do you call it?
PPEs.
PPEs.
That's any year.
We needed to
and I think so almost say almost being so business assassinate.
And America say they did not do a good job. If Sikana woman mayano, among for who as freebies no good keke.
Among for bay.
I mean the way they share the money. Oh, 1,700 WPO fools.
Oh, unyabi.
No, I didn't get some.
Unyabi.
500. You see, if you give a young guy,
but it's a good thing if they got the money.
No,
it's a good thing.
No, you see, the point is that what was the essence? What was the intention?
No, but
say yeah, they saw business.
Yeah, they saw businesses as yes, yeah, they saw business as You ask people, oh, come, go and get your PIN number, and then they send you money. They send you money. You go and spend the money.
But you think the problem is really at the other end than blaming the government for waste?
No,
because this government send you 1,500 for your business.
Wait a minute.
Well, you see, every bank. You say, why are we saying why are some banks performing and others are not performing?
I agree.
Oh, you see, if the intention of the government is to create sustainable jobs, they will be mindful of where the money is going.
I agree.
Oh. But this one, because they want to win election. Okay. So they gave the money out. And I'm telling you, they gave the money out. And see, then you know, the bedding, they were
very well.
You're
bringing quickly, young call a year, found one of one sense, and where you're bonnet to answer. Yeah, you made an abandoned, but whom messages and also Bebre Seba, a month for Homocho Margin, His Excellency Nana Kufuadaka, and then your motion animal say, or Bahola Savia Heba clinics in country, Ghana Fuina Mutim say, Brana Mojan, young young Runyengi, Efini, and Kikabi won't be a infrim. Saturday, I want to in Zanza. Being busy with an answer pompobi, embassy you and how I drink. Say a stroke na ye or answer or on Sakano for one who's as a maybe a bem, a camia is a bon kai BB and a pese a obahola, Savia Heba Clinica, ye bay on wa, Coco, and a asthma, a tre, and I fichukomo hoina, when you na ya dear. What the Kodan Hola Savia Heba Clinica, a doctor for Hobeomwa, Okwa Shaman, and Horamo, Money, Access Bank, no NAD anymore, which one from 05766566658 and a 0200623038 and a 0267668653. Could you, Mamisha Sim Fruit Chen War, you found one sense anymore. Baby, I come here could run and say, one shot at 12 would be a data found on us. Ye be and so and as ye be ye flu. I don't know Bebuana.
Let's a quick interjection before I go to the fan go. Them Zaminia Bemaka say waste be. We feel say a bang jiska na or the Magana for. Now be it the intention of the Ghanaian no ankoya they will say, yeah, I wouldn't call it waste. The intention is not waste. Intention is to help in times of need. If it doesn't and to me I achieve pempens where I achieve. That is a problem.
But the point is that baby economy.
Yeah, baby economy. Yes, but say Ghana ni nyaye. I did 34 billion no can Ghana ni nya to bottom na to be in so ya e bi no bugu o mu free in air condition go for system.
I said
that beside the make can say let's get that. It wasn't a waste. It was something the government really felt that they should do for Ghanaians at that time, and we did it in times of need. So let's move on to the fourth thing. The fourth thing for me is this. I am against removing any taxes on the fuel. I have a very simple reason why I'm against it. It's a deregulated market, okay? Sometime last year, government AE 16 pesos, the price stabilization recovery levy, or 16 pesos and 14 pesos. That window now a year, because the OMCs need BDCs no. They price it the way they want. Say, you call 2020 and now COVID abano. Oh, almost margin no. All the build-up no is stated. The only thing that's not stated is the OMC marketers margin and dealers margin. In 2020, a Kosura could pay 75 pesos a liter. So say a price ni boy dino, it squeezes their margin very low. Okay, the minute a coin bebemuno, they inch up their margin. So a buying per se yen Ghana for and also take taxes so na my condition for that yen cape the marketers and dealer margin at 40 pesos a liter. Okay,
it's a
deregulated market. Deregulated market, let's say, and you're buying a chere your koto fan going buy and or send a boy on fanji, and nine in Faswa on fantoso. Yen fan going boy if from an neighbor. Yen taxes and levies at Dasso, and then will be a power bunch or saying you've free so. But there is a component which is called OMC, or oil marketing marketers, dealers, and margin. Omo margin, many dealers no. Filling station boy and OMC in there. Filling station boy obidiano, the ama OMC no brand no dealer. Omo faswa, omo de to petrol ni diesel on so no. Omo de omo pe no moji. Okay? Say na bono ekosro no. On to me fan for so be brilliant to so because or the toswa obi anto because you become a big frakoto. Into a basa no mati omo faswa so abafo. Price no omanone price no eba for more Ghana ha ye mu bia ka say deregulation enye adwuma yi efri say omanone price no eba for more ye price no emma for adintra because OMC no omo margin no instead of maybe reduce price no omo increase omo margin no na ye tua abodin na because be catch us say ebo ne ye den no na the margin so ebo na ba for more or increase the margin. That's what they do. Enti say aban etisut ene say aban ba be cash we 60 pesos in taxes are. That creates a room. A bonus what 60 pesos. But businessman now tehono. Onim say a call 9 cedis 10 pesos no utuai. I bind the bus 8 cedis 40 pesos. Or no, the next window no, or the 10 pesos back can the profit. That's what they do. Intermediate they make can say, and no, because it's a deregulated market no, mean ko cash in channel. A juma or and fast and found. In 2022, me Kojopoku say we should have a 2022 plan. Any abo who de hura na banko retreat, abanso will be taxes. 3 taxes are me feel say about me who be 10 pesos which is sanitation and pollution. I don't want to call it ball for, but 10 pesos sanitation and pollution, 16 pesos in petrol, and 14 pesos on diesel for the price stabilization recovery levy, right? Then the special petroleum tax, which is 46 pesos. We mean some way amount 72 pesos. I'm thinking that's 72 pesos. You know, a buying bit me. The reason I touch the special petroleum tax in the 6 months of window, I buy no 4 parcels or ton fango. Yes, you ton crude mama on it. Your budget is $62. Your budget me. Yeah, price na over $100. Into you come more than a buying expect here. Into a buying the 200 million within 6 months. So special petroleum tax no, and no ye sika a buying non car ubinya again puntujuma ubinya no more on the windfall now at the top $62 national. That's why I'm touching the special petroleum tax. So that tax goes off. The windfall from the oil sales will ebe ba be socket wo ho o ti ase it is 72 pesos in there me feel say aban betumi ayi a year free so but only on one condition we should cap and suspend the regulation for the year 2020.
Okay, me ba ho ye be di ho no come ansa na ye de dwumade na ba but ye ne honorable Dr. Edward Bauer e di nkomo no o ka say se yi sa to no kra free ho na CD no na ho den no e da so ye pampe na e da so ko form to say de e ko form ya.
Yeah, can say Bank of Ghana establish a downstream desk. Bank of Ghana for any few say any oil and gas and quantity transaction here or Ghana. But me my platform be to say if the Bank of Ghana governor doesn't think say Fango is the most important business I Ghana, he should be out of a job. Of course. But still, what do you need by create a desk? Say the Mokai Fango bo it determined creatively by the price to the CD to the dollar.
That's right.
Obiabo abayanchi when it comes to the CD. I'm sorry, Bank of Ghana responsibility. You have a buying responsibility.
Oh, the Bank of Ghana
Bank of Ghana is
why
responsible.
The penny,
no, your Bank of Ghana is
you're down on one pound.
No.
Why you know?
Prince Utihai. You know the XYZ channel. but you're doing your editorial duty and doing your work regardless of who owns this.
Yes.
Thank you. So Bank of Ghana governor is responsible for the strength of the city. Let's forget who
economic management team.
Policy. Let's put it in perspective. The city is the baby of the Bank of Ghana. The Fed in America, the federal guy who is the Fed chairman, Britain for Federal Reserve guy, not a Canadian. Of a Canadian buy. So it's an independent body. The Bank of Ghana is an independent body that does its own thing. Let's not bring the politics. Let's not bring the politics. We are educating.
No, but and the public want to know.
It is no. It's let's educate the public. CB is the responsibility of the Bank of Ghana governor. It's Bank of Ghana's baby. And yet government. Look, government has its physical policies that he does to implement to affect the economy. But the strength, the availability of dollar, in the system, Bank of Ghana. The president have a right to sack the Bank of Ghana for non-performance. I'm telling you. If I'm president, what I'm saying to you is that you said who hired him.
Yeah.
The president has a hire and fire powers.
Yeah.
If I'm president and the Bank of Ghana is not keeping the city the way it is, I'll sack the people.
A Bank of Ghana bit my pay.
Yes, yes, they can do what they can do what they want. The Bank of Ghana is responsible for making sure the city is stable. Paper, what does it say? Keep calm. Who said that?
Bank of Ghana
governor. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Taylor,
yeah, I mean, that's it. I wish, sir, the institutions are allowed to function. Because you see, the governor of Bank of Ghana, he is even more than a politician. He is even more than, whatever. Because, why am I saying so? Recent, policy rate increase now.
17%.
17. It's long overdue. But he was doing politics with it. They were doing politics, and it has come too late in a day, because and then you know why people are withdrawing their money. Well, the problem are facing with the is the fact that investors have lost confidence, and they have lost confidence, and they are withdrawing. Invest here. You know what they do? They bring dollars, melt the dollar, and invest in cedis. If they want to take it back, they go to the market and buy. And you know what Bank of Ghana is doing? Because the pressure go on, so baby, I almost sick and one. The dollars no more banks no the amount no more repatriate. So that is what is creating the problem, because our economy has become less attractive. Because the Bank of Ghana, the Bank of Ghana was doing the bidding of government. And that's the reason why we are where we are.
But also what then?
Well, I mean, or didn't want the can. But the fact is that, so didn't want Anka Isahaku should still be the governor of Bank of Ghana by now. President Bai, he felt that he had somebody who would do the job better. And it's not the Addison Bai. So if Addison is not performing, we hold the aprons of, what do you call it, the president. We hold him to task, because and all the managing abino. It is a so bibia enya Baumia. The president told us he brought him from Bank of Ghana because he was the one who did the stabilization at Akufo. So where is he now? Why is he not speaking?
How does this conversation now bring him Baumia? How does it bring him Baumia?
Listen, let me tell you something.
How does it bring him Baumia?
You see, we cannot. I mean, the discussion should be in context. Today, we have, we are operating a certain governance system where political parties, time on can say empire politics, empire alternative. There was something that I couldn't say. The fact is that every political party, we come with an ideology, and the way I feel say this country should be governed. The people of Ghana are saying, the or no back catch the promises no obetimi aye. Quite over fast, no, because a lot of the time you be saying, quite better to know when you scan out their fundy fees or scan wahano. What Eno San catch say Baumia, because of the Bank of Ghana, no Baumia, so I catch it. What you say, or no, I more Bank of Ghana. He knows he has a problem. And if the dollar is behaving the way it's behaving now, the first person, the Oba and change, baby say 2 million, only baby son.
But he's not the governor and he's not the president.
No, listen.
He's none of the both.
You know,
the governor is there. The governor, yes, but it's a policy committee.
Of course, yes.
But the governor, who is the executive president, is there. The president, the executive president is there.
What is the use of government policy if it doesn't have effect on institutions?
Okay.
It doesn't touch the institutions because they don't operate in a vacuum. They have to toe, the policy of government, and then. Out of the meeting at Peduasi, Bank of Ghana has been persuaded to push, into the system about $2 billion. Where is that coming from? It is government policy. Say,
but would you agree that that's something they should have done on their own, not government having to tell them?
But you see, the point is that it depends on the availability of the money.
No, but Kojo, is it not the case? A book we address Bank of Ghana, then. But in practice, yes,
the point is that you see, I buy about Parliament. Say, Okoji 10 billion. Okoji Busia, COVID time. Okoji Busia 10 billion. Bank of Ghana. They ended up going for 20 billion. Okoji in excess of 10 billion. So the make say. I didn't Bank of Ghana and resisted that because Omofo say they are serving, Nana Akufo-Addo, and they have to listen to him. They have to listen to him, and until we will blame Akufo-Addo because he's the one we know, and we are holding him to his promises. If anybody, if Jimmy Kansi say, I say. The bottom line, the including
Fango the Nana.
Of course. Because
okay, so about better
say a year the dollar no, the currency depreciation and taking the center stage.
You to office Ukraine to me.
I mean we to office here. Na dollar no call 9 10 cedis. What do we the use?
Wow.
Well, and something fundamental is wrong with the economy. To quote Dr. Baumia, and the exchange rate is exposing, us. So this is a time we need a bit my. We need. Oh no, you see.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot.
And you see, the nigga not too long, about 5 years ago, Dr. Baumia gave us a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of prescriptions.
Okay.
We want him to start implementing them now. Because this is the time. Well, I see the fundamentals, which means there's something wrong somewhere. Yes. The question, I see, the bottom line is that our problem, we have overborrowed and we have wasted the money we have borrowed. And a due time, every time you have to go around looking for money. You see, look, the problem, look, we must face facts. I don't hate Oforiatta. Sometimes, look, all that he has succeeded in doing is say, okay, I question say, you will be more honor. One way perpetual, one decap perpetually. This e-levy cry, pay. Oforiatta is just waiting for us to pass the e-levy so he will take it to the bond market. Collateralize it. Only the way of managing Sikano. Any opportunity, and that's the reason I get one. Yeah, they are called Bobosia. Yeah, they get one. I call Bobosia. And it's Nina building up. I mean, ask, beside them name van go bobo say.
Very well. Okay. Quick one. I'm out for messages and send you wrap up. Oreku ene a message about Kwame. This MPP Achim Puerto Rico's government messing up Ghana's economy. Kojas and Furniture Works. I say Black Stars Mamakwa Baba Kumasi. Patrick Akoto say Mr. Oklete Taylor B. Well done, good job. And I feel so James said as a Kwame. Mr. Kacha Kojo Poku say more share buffet. On catch up by say when you 20 in free a year fan or so. Revol gent and some message on the about say what the man is saying is not true to a marketer. Some of us have been in the OMC industry for more than 9 years. He couldn't be correct because some OMC's pump prices are less and it is to create price competition. Is he saying that the government doesn't control the prices and retailers can increase their pump prices at will? And your message on the buy. Charlotte Edu, I say good morning. Kwame Patrick Akoto say, Kwajo, well done. We know ourselves pa. And I think so, yeah, Gavin Moses Kingsley say, these guys are always shifting the blame to their opponents. The best plan on Beje, Sobona Bo, Mankasa Honso, no Mapa, Ghana for Acho. But I want you to answer messages. Somebody by quick one, and wrap up.
There is one thing I remind the Ghanaians by way enye. You see, okay, stabilization fund. Stabilization, you see, say in times like this, no, you the so you say. Okay. Now the time with the year, they say, and oko to any bust honma. You tank farms now, you are establishing. Akoye is being used by private. Persons. Abai and talk, Fang Onubi, or you use us, we know, and Kaineno was stopped. Air cost room, who will release it, and who help you in stabilizing the price. Now, my one hurry, but they are not 30 seconds. Different conversation. That will be this uncle. 30 seconds, could you?
Okay, say, look, so you be an argument on Chassis. It's a deregulated market. OMC's price it the way they want. OMC, yes, it be there for until they be there for sim, it be there board, total boarding, Zen Petroleum, all the other petroleums, cheaper. And not because we be add your pay and not DJ. Very well.
That's it. Could you book enough is honorable Taylor, we made a winner. I say, I won't do a pound, some mammy and say, Job, I say, yes, China, you be share. Bye bye.